we got here? We have roadworks. Hello and welcome to the channel. We have changed devices. The other one's heating up. So just should be okay. Let it cool down a bit. Fry it and bridge in a minute. So it's one of so we're going to stop at, we've got two roundabouts to look at on the way home. It's going to probably I don't know what time I'm going to get away. Yeah, I mean it's light till late, isn't it? So it should be okay. So the Broxton roundabout, and we want to have a look at the one in Dundee. So in Dundee we'll be, both of them sort of need to, Broxton will need to pull into the services and then walk round, and Dundee will need to, I like this one. I don't think I'll get copyrighted for this. Maybe. So we got 50 speed limits on the motorway. There's a mad cyclist up there, and then the Audi's going mental. There's not much point accelerating. We're doing 57 already. So what's with the 50? The green communism. There's a motorbike coming up in the outside lane. This is some scary bridge. See if you just look over there. Haha! Right, you don't want to land up crashing off this bridge. He's got a camera on top. So I don't suppose you could really crash off the side of it. If you did, you'd be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Friarton Bridge. Just think that they built that and look at how pathetic the government's become, all these restrictions. Like, if you were to take it on that basis, it'd be too dangerous to build a bridge, you know. Stay away from that truck. The LZ Bob are there to get you. Now the two big pipes look scary, that's what it was. That's what I meant. Got a Jaguar right up my ass. So we'll let them get past. To visit one of the Macbeths that lives in Aberdeenshire. Well, they're still there because my father worked in the offshore oil industry, and I moved back to Stirling, which is where the family comes from. And there's no real reason for any of these things that I've done. It just seemed like a good idea at the time, and it's proved to be a good idea. A tractor. A tractor. I just wondered if the phone was heating up, the other one, because I was doing the pause thing. Yeah, maybe that's why. I was pausing it all the time. Maybe. makes it do that. So it's coming up for 11:30. Right. Met a lot of strange people in my life, and I've been quite a strange person myself. I've got the windows open to try and cool the phones down. It would be better if we used the white car because it's got working air conditioning. Austin Princess Kinross Motor Auctions, and it broke down here. What is it? Inch Tour, is that what it's called? And my dad and Ian McWilliam were with me. Eventually, we had to leave it. We got a bus from there to Dundee, and then we had to get a bus to Inverbervie. And then my dad was really annoyed. He went down to get it the next day, and it was just electrical connections on the fuel pump. What's going on there? Alright. It was electrical connections in the fuel pump, so it was. It was a red one. It was a disaster from start to finish. A lot of it was my fault. I crashed it. It wasn't the Princess's fault, was it? It was red with a black quarter panel vinyl roof. I think the roof was red, but the quarter panel was black. It was an HL. Austin 1800. I think it was a Princess, yeah, it was a Princess. Because initially they were just called Austin Morris 1800, 2200. My dad put up with a lot with me, I think, now that I think about it. The flashing lights there. I think it was just letting that truck out.
That is the second movement of Tchaikovsky's beautiful Serenade for Strings, Colin Davis conducting the Bavarian Radio Symphony Orchestra. And
Stephen Carson. Carson, is that Scandinavian?
Orchestra and chorus.
English?
In moments we should be hearing
Irish?
Fantasia on a theme by Thomas Tanz.
Carson? Sure.
From Debussy's Suite Bergamasque. Meanwhile, let's hear from one of our sister stations here at Classic FM.
When you need a moment to relax.
I'm only up in the clan names. Central Scotland, Ulster Scots. Part of the demographic where my father comes from. But my mother is picked. She's from the east. This is where we are. Pictavia. The Picts. So I mean, you could, when you start going on about stuff, you need to have a decent understanding of historical context. So a lot of the people going on about Scotland and the Scots and everything are forgetting that there was the Picts here. So it's a little bit of a... I also remember at college, university, when I was there, a South African woman who I forget her name, she was a wee terror, saying that tartan was appropriated by some... It was a... Well, the dichotomy with this lady was that she was extremely right-wing in her views, but with a splash of extreme left-wing. So it was like, her dissertations were always weird. She failed and everything as well, which is a bad thing. She failed at university, but she did this talk, this was when we were doing her degree, about how the tartan had been appropriated by Dolce Gabbana. I don't know, I'm not even saying that right, am I? Dolce Gabbana or something? Dolce Gabbana, is that it? Or Vivienne Westwood, I don't know, I'm just guessing. And of course, if you look into it, tartan was appropriated by the well, I don't know who by, but that was something that in the 17th century that they conjured up. The kilts and everything. And the tartan. So it's a lot of shit, really, like everything. It's a lot of crap. Complete lot of crap. So there you go, there's a bit of history. I should really remember her name. She was quite scary, but of course I was going through mental problems as well, so I'm not saying that the reason why me and her didn't get on is not necessarily completely her fault, you know, it's like... so that's because I suppose I'm mentally mature that I could... The problem when you're being mentally mature and you're convoluting conceptual analysis of relationship difficulties in a self-reflecting basis. Alan Davey, for Scotland. The problem with that is that if you're going to do that with a narcissist, they're just going to sweep the floor with you. So you can do it to other people, but don't like say that to any... Well, try not to get involved with narcissists at all, but so my ex is one of them, so I wouldn't go and say to her something like, oh well, we all made mistakes and I accept my... For them there's no two ways about it. They're right, you're wrong. So when I say, well, I was part of the problem and so were you, we all made mistakes, let's move on, they're not going to do that because they never move. They're never wrong, never. So you're wasting your time even contemplating or saying these things. So you can do it in a more mature environment with people that are going to understand. Or listen. Because like these narcissists are not going to have the time to watch my video because they won't have the time to listen to somebody who's self-reflecting on stuff in the past. So we're getting to that roundabout, so I don't know. Tonight we're going to go have a look at it yet. 15 minutes. I might not be able to get anywhere near it. I think it's a bike lane or something. I don't even know. Is it a bike lane? Something? Who knows? McGill's bus. Yeah, so we've made it. So thanks for watching. We've got a tractor up here. made it to Dundee. I'm going to start again because I want to see this roundabout. See how daft it looks. Tractor indicate to go in the outside lane. We're doing 80 here. Oh right, we need to slow it down a bit actually. Yeah. Yeah, right. $66.